the average person is asked to identify the artistic visionaries of the Harlem Renaissance, sadly, their responses are very similar to what you just witnessed. Ironically, however, is today's cultural dependency upon these same artistic accomplishments that many classrooms choose to ignore. Not sure what I mean? Let's take a look. The Harlem Renaissance marked the dawning of true expression for African American culture in the United States. Though the Civil War led to slavery's abolishment, this in no way signified equality for African Americans. In the coming years, disparity of economic and social conditions between northern and southern states prompted many families to move to cities like New York, Detroit, and Chicago, seeking refuge from mistreatment. Word spread of opportunities within these areas, and it wasn't long before young black men and women were gaining the respect and admiration for their talents they had so long deserved. The movement was fostered by social activists W.E.B. Du Bois and Alain Locke. These men published legislation and literature promoting African American independence from an otherwise white-controlled society. This notion caught the attention of visual artist Aaron Douglas and poet Langston Hughes. Both men aimed to compose socially challenging work that would gather grand-scale attention in white communities.
I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody'll dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful we are and be ashamed. I too am America.
Powerfully intellectual words like these set the precedent for how African American culture would be perceived in white society. Black artists and laureates were taking America by storm, producing works sought after by affluent white patrons. Perhaps the most heralded contribution to come from this historic movement was the unique musical improvisation technique known simply as jazz. What? It's jazz. Go with it. This era laid the groundwork for civil equality in the arts, proving individuals like Jacob Lawrence, Aaron Douglas, and Ramar Bearden to be more than capable of capturing the culture's voice. The movement also fostered ideals that would lead to female equality in the coming years. Augusta Savage and Louise Maylou Jones were respected not as female visual artists, but rather as skilled creators within their respective fields. Poets Claude McKay, Langston Hughes, and Zora Neale Hurston were the pioneers of socially impactful poetry, while performers like Billie Holiday, Josephine Baker, and Cab Calloway have been referenced and even emulated by many celebrities still admired today. The Harlem Renaissance should be noted as a revolutionary time in America's history where people were beginning to get things right. When true equality began to take form in our own backyard. When, for the first time, people were actually being seen as people. So clearly, today's pop culture trends stem from this period when freedom of expression and creativity were welcomed by all. However, very little of it is discussed in today's classrooms. In our current changing economic times, as things become more turbulent, it's up to us as educators to give our students a platform that is free from gender or racial biases and oppression. Therefore, true innovation can take place. Remember, history has a tendency to repeat itself. So, which version do you wish to see come true? I'm Clifton Seaman, Art Education, Kent State University. Take care of yourself.